Okay, sit back, stretch out, or lay out. Get any itches, wiggles, discomforts out. Facing straight ahead, pick a spot to stare at about 45 degrees above your line of vision. No need to strain too much, but you may feel slight straining, which is fine. You'll soon notice your eyelids feeling like they want to close. When this happens, just allow them to close. You may feel a sense of relief and may feel more relaxed. Just allow your body to settle in. Allow yourself to relax. You may notice thoughts, bodily sensations, or sounds around you. It's perfectly fine for you to be aware of these, but these won't bother you and may even help you relax more and more. In a minute, you'll hear me count down from 10 to 1, and with each descending number between 10 and 1, you're going to become even more deeply relaxed. Here we go. 10. 9. Deeper and deeper state of relaxation. 8. 7. 6. More and more relaxed. 5. 4. 3. You're getting more deeply relaxed. 2. And 1. All the way relaxed. All of our minds have built-in tendencies to have inaccurate beliefs, attitudes, or philosophies that are extreme, rigid, inaccurate, and self-defeating. We're going to refer to these as inaccurate and unhelpful beliefs from now on. These are deeply held beliefs that are often implicit. In other words, they are activated but below our awareness. You're going to get good at noticing when your mind activates inaccurate and unhelpful beliefs. These are inaccurate and unhelpful beliefs your mind activates about yourself, others, situations, life, and the world. These cause unhealthy and unhelpful emotions that make it less likely that you'll be successful or achieve your goals. They block you from being the type of person you want to be and living your life in line with your values. Experiencing negative emotions is normal. Experiencing negative emotions is unavoidable. Negative emotions are one of the givens of existence. They're something that all of our minds do. You need to accept them even if you don't like them. They are inevitable, but they provide you with useful information. They can motivate you to remove obstacles that are in the way of your goals, or help you make adjustments when what you do doesn't get what you want, or when you get what you don't want. But there is a difference between unhealthy and unhelpful negative emotions, which tend to make things worse, and healthy and helpful negative emotions, which can help you make things better. There's a difference between depression versus sadness. There's a difference between anger, rage, and bitterness versus irritation, annoyance, and frustration. There's a difference between panic and anxiety versus caution, vigilance, and concern. The main difference is that unhealthy and unhelpful emotions get in the way of your success or living the life you want. In other words, living and behaving in line with your goals and values. You're going to get better at thinking in more accurate and helpful ways, which will make you more likely to experience helpful and healthy emotions. Getting hooked by unhelpful and unhealthy emotions leads to unhelpful and self-defeating actions, action tendencies, and thoughts. Helpful and healthy emotions lead to constructive behaviors and motivate you. By getting better at noticing and naming, or what we call unhooking, and then challenging inaccurate and unhelpful beliefs, you're going to be more likely to feel concern instead of anxiety or panic. Annoyance and frustration instead of anger, rage, or bitterness. Sadness instead of depression. You're going to become an expert at unhooking from the inaccurate and unhelpful beliefs that are holding you back. Don't fool yourself. You fall prey to inaccurate and unhelpful beliefs. We all do, as our minds are designed to do this. Today, you are going to become an expert at identifying an inaccurate and unhelpful belief that your mind produces that's holding you back. We call this awfulizing. This is when your mind takes a bad or unfortunate situation or event and exaggerates it. You're going to catch your mind doing this when you hear thoughts or language that uses words such as awful, terrible, horrible, the worst, a nightmare, ruined. For example, it's the worst when It would be a total disaster if anything went wrong. This low mark on my exam is going to ruin my chances of getting into medical school. The traffic is awful. My employee's report is terrible. It's awful when I'm late. My chances of getting on the team are ruined because I played badly. If you examine these carefully, you'll quickly see that they are not accurate or helpful. They are not in line with reality or the way things really are. These are all exaggerations of bad or unfortunate situations or events. These reflect the inaccurate and unhelpful belief of awfulizing. You'll hear it in your words or thoughts. It's awful. It's catastrophic. It's terrible. It's horrible. It's the worst. It's totally shit. It's a nightmare. It's ruined. It's a disaster. But a lot of the time, this belief is implicit. In other words, it's activated below your awareness. You'll get good at noticing your mind falling into this trap. You'll remember this is part of your mind's default. You'll get better at accepting the fact that your mind naturally tends to see things in these inaccurate and unhelpful ways. You won't beat yourself up when you notice this type of thinking. You'll be much better off because you'll notice and name it when it happens, and accept the fact that this is what minds do. We call this unhooking and acceptance. When you do, you're going to say in your mind, "I'm noticing that I'm awfulizing." Then you're going to say, "Thank you, mind," as this is what minds do. Our minds are designed to do this. You're going to accept that your mind does this, and you're going to become an expert at catching your mind doing this. And then you're going to say, "Thank you, mind," as this is what minds do. Our minds are designed to do this. You're going to notice, name, and accept that your mind does this, but you're not going to let it get away with it. you're going to realize that this belief is inaccurate and unhelpful. It's not consistent with reality because although it may be unfortunate or it may suck, it's not awful, terrible, horrible, the worst, a nightmare, or ruined. Getting hooked by this inaccurate belief will hold you back. This is not accurate and it's not helping you to get hooked by it. You'll no longer fall for this inaccurate belief, what we call awfulizing. Every day you're going to get better and better noticing your mind doing this. You're going to challenge these inaccurate and unhelpful awfulizing beliefs by asking yourself, why is this not true? Where is the evidence to support this belief? Why is this belief not consistent with reality? How is this belief not logical? Why is getting hooked by or buying into this awfulizing belief not helping me? Why would I not agree with a child or a friend if they told me something was awful, terrible, horrible, the worst, a nightmare, or ruined? Where is getting hooked by or holding onto or buying into this awfulizing belief getting me? And you're going to remind yourself that although something may be bad or may suck, this does not mean it is truly awful, terrible, horrible, the worst, a nightmare, or ruined. Because things could always be worse. It's not 100% bad. Despite it being bad or sucking, it is not the end of the world. By doing this, you're going to notice that you still experience negative emotions, but you'll experience healthy and helpful negative emotions. The more you practice these steps and listen to this hypnosis recording, the less reactive and stressed you'll become. You'll become mentally strong and more resilient. You'll be more likely to live in line with your values and achieve your goals. In a moment, you'll bring yourself back to full awareness. You'll hear me count from 1 to 10. With each ascending number from 1 to 10, you're going to become more and more alert. More and more awake with each ascending number. Allow your eyes to open at the count of 8 and become fully alert at the count of 10. Fully aware, relaxed, and alert. Here we go. 1. 2. Allow your mind to internalize all the suggestions you found helpful. 3. 4. Becoming more alert. 5. 6. More awareness of your body and surroundings. 7. About to open your eyes. 8. Now open your eyes. And 9. And 10. And fully aware and refreshed, relaxed, and alert.